Adrianne Lynch with the Lynch team at Conway Real Estate, and I have Joan Marlow with Peaceful Easy Healing with me. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you on. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your business?
Okay. I've been living in Arizona for about 15 years, hard to believe. I'm a native of the East Coast. I'm a native Jerseyite, but please don't hold that against me. I've calmed down a lot living in Arizona, and I love living in Arizona. And I live in Gold Canyon. And I am all about, my background is teaching and education. And so I continue along that line in the form of Peaceful Easy Healing. I started Peaceful Easy Healing about 10 years ago. Again, another tough thing to believe. And in that mode, I am all about enhancing folks' health and well-being through a variety of means. I'm a life and wellness coach. I'm a forever educator. As I say, I'm a lifelong learner and a forever teacher. And I also practice alternative health modalities. So I'm a Reiki master, and I use essential oils, and I use lots of different things with energy. And that's what I do.
I think that's great. So when you talk about healing and well-being, on those type of phrases, what does that relate to for seniors?
It means a lot for seniors. As we know, as we're, our mothers always said, if you have your health, you have everything. And that's very, very true. And sometimes we have the shock, we look in the mirror and go, oh my goodness, how did we get here? And when the bones start creaking and making noises, you go, oh my goodness, where's that coming from? And that relates to health and well-being. And again, some of the things that we're looking at, we have a natural aging process that just happens. Our body just ages, where, our eyes change a little bit, our skin changes a little bit, of course, bone structure changes a little bit. And then we've got things that are related, of course, to our genetics and our DNA. But there are lots and lots of things that are involved with choices that we can make, lifestyle choices. And that's where I come into play. Wellness is all about awareness, and it's an active process. And one of my taglines for my business is, I enhance your health and well-being from awareness to action. So I am the queen of awareness. So I love to share information. That's why I love to teach. As well, I love to give you lots and lots and lots of options for you to choose, because sometimes it's not black and white. And bottom line, I don't want anyone ever to forget that they've got a choice. You have a choice between eating that second cookie or not, and so on and so forth. So I give you lots of choices, and from there you can acknowledge something that makes sense to you, and then you can say, okay, I accept this, let me give this a try. So in my world, my hope is that I can help people come up with some choices. And again, as a life coach, it's really cool. I don't have any of the answers. I have none of the answers. I just come up with hearing what you have to say, and then I can share with you maybe a different perspective, or even repeat back to you what you said, and you can say, oh, goodness, that's not what I meant. So in well-being, as I said, wellness is all about an active choice. So I'm here to support you. Once you're ready to make that change, I'm ready to help you.
I think that's great. What would be, and people don't realize how important their health and wellness is, especially right now with everyone inside, and mental health is just as important as your, wellness of exercising. Can you tell us one tip or tool that you could offer to support health and well-being?
Well, one of these, and again, I'll reiterate what you just shared. What you said is, and again, for seniors, research shows that for seniors, their wellness is more dependent upon their psychological health and well-being than their physical. And there is a whole track of study, and I've believed this forever. And now there's tons of science that looks at, where the mind goes, the body follows. Mm-hmm. So what you think is a reality. What you think and say in your head actually impacts your body. Whereby anger and negativity creates migraines and so on and so forth, back pains and whatever. And so one of the things, and now especially when we are under such stress and strain and being in our homes, and for seniors especially, isolationism is dreadful.
Right.
And so the more we can do and the more they can take upon themselves to be positive in their brain to help their bodies, the better off they're going to be. So one of the tips that I'd love to offer, and it's easy, 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 is the phrase, just breathe. So even hearing that, I saw your body. You saw
Uh-huh.
and then just relax. Well, that's what it's all about. And the good news is our body breathes naturally. And so what I'm asking you to do is actually put consciousness into that breath. So if you take a second and breathe into your belly and hold it and let it go and do that 3 times, you are actually resetting your nervous system. You are moving from the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight, flight, freeze mode, which is impacted wholly by stress, and you're putting it into what we call the rest and digest mode, which is the parasympathetic. So you're actually helping your body shut off all the cortisol and adrenaline that's running to protect you from that saber-toothed tiger that we call COVID-19 now. And you are actually bringing your body into a mode where you can relax. And that can be used in such and such a helpful manner to help you sleep. Again, if you're having difficulty sleeping at night, do a couple deep breaths. If you wake up in that 2 o'clock in the morning, that wake up call, and you can't get back to sleep, to quiet your brain, simply going to your breath and just breathing. That's the easiest tip I can offer you today.
I think that's a great tip. And I love this saying because I'm one of those that when I start feeling stress or any of that, I will immediately stop and do like the deep breaths and just
Good.
try to reset and calm down for a minute, blood pressure down, just do that. But I have a friend who makes bracelets, and it once said just breathe. And I had a friend who had just lost a family member, and stress of being now home and all, and I could tell in her messages. And it was funny, as soon as I saw it, I was like, nope, I got to send that to her. Like, it's just a reminder that people forget how simple it is to just stop, breathe, and just reset. So I love that that's the tip you gave.
And that is a good mode. When you talked about the bracelet that says just breathe, and this is for anybody who's home, get something that calms you down, that brings you relaxation, that you can use as the old-fashioned string around your finger. Yeah. It could be a bracelet that you touch. It could be a picture that represents something that's joyous. Family, pet, vacations, whatever, the future vacation, who knows what it might be. And have that in front of you so that becomes your trigger. So every time you look at that or touch that or feel its presence on your body, you take this deep breath and you let it go. But like I said, 3 times is your trigger. And don't wait until you're choking and can't breathe. Again, engage the brain, because the body knows when to breathe. But you have to share, especially now because we are under all this pressure. And even if it means that you're reaching for that refrigerator one more time, you aren't hungry, but you want something to do, stop and just breathe. What it does, it recalibrates you, and it will take away, it'll give you a choice to say, nope, I don't really want that right now. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to doing more of these.
Yeah, no, I think that's perfect. We'll have your information below so people can reach out to you. Super. And see all that you have to offer. So I appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity. Looking forward to being part of the team.
No, you are. Me too.